got to Kent and I heard the gospel for the first time, I was completely amazed by how simple the gospel was. I remember looking at the man who shared it with me saying, like, if this is true, everyone should hear it this way. Everyone should hear the gospel the way that I just heard it. And he looked at me and goes, yeah, that's kind of the point. And the more that I learned about Christ and who Christ is and what he wants for my life, the more it kind of caused tension in my relationship. A relationship that I was in all through high school carried over into college, and I was using that relationship as a God in my life. This is where I was finding my self-worth for all this time. This is where I was finding joy, and this is ultimately where I found total fulfillment in my life. And then came the Army, which I would probably say is the best, worst thing that has ever happened in my life. When I left for AIT, Advanced Individual Training is how we would say it. I was excited at being able to get involved in the Army again. I had been home for a year. Being taken out then of my Christian bubble, taken away from my Christian friends, taken away from my relationship, hit me a lot harder than I expected it to. I've gone to training before. Why does this feel different? Ultimately, the tension that was taking place in my relationship before I left only increased dramatically when I was already gone. God had a plan for our lives, and the direction that we wanted to take it was not the direction God wanted to take it. And as a result of that, our relationship ended. And here I am at AIT feeling like, God, what are you doing? I'm only going to be here a few months. Why are you taking this stuff away from me? Then what did I pursue as a result of not having that relationship anymore? I pursued my relationship with the guys that I was serving with. You know, they would tell me all the time, it's all right, you don't need her, you got us. You don't need God, you have us. Like, we're your boys now, we've got your back. Just roll with us. And that's totally what I did. You could tell with my speech, you could tell how I acted, that I was living for myself, living to find fulfillment out of the Army now. I wasn't going towards God. I wasn't going towards my Creator, who desperately wanted me to just look towards Him and say, you know, Travis, follow me, find fulfillment in me. These things are so small compared to the plan that I have for your life. And I didn't see it. So when I got home from training, I expect everything to just go back to normal. Here I am back in my comfort zone, back in my environment where I had all my friends, where I had all my Christian friends who will point me towards Christ. But that wasn't the case. I was completely broken, and God made it really apparent to me that I was still seeking fulfillment out of things that I always have. I still was fighting for that girl. I was still fighting for fulfillment in my friends. I was still fighting for fulfillment of reputation. I needed to acknowledge to my friends, to my Christian guy friends, and just, guys, listen to what I've been going through. This has been what I'm going. You want to know the real me? Let me tell you the real me. And them being the guys that they were, and them having the faith in God that they do, totally pointed me towards Christ and said, all right, now say that to God. So I gave up my life for the first time to God. I feel like God needed me to hit rock bottom. And that's why I said that the Army was probably one of the best, worst things that has ever happened to me. Worst because some of those times I went through were just dark. Best because of how God used that and with his redemptive nature to just totally bring me to Him and totally bring me to my knees and say, God, I am nothing apart from you. I don't want to run from you anymore. I want to know who you are, and I want you to know who I am. I would say now, there's still some fight in me. I would say I'm not perfect, and the beauty of a relationship with Christ is it's not about being perfect. But my mindset is completely different. I come out of times where I'm fighting with God, surrendering immediately, telling God, like, God, this is true of my heart. This is where I'm at, and this is not where I want to be at, and I know this isn't where you want me to be at, and I don't want to go there again, Lord. My name's Travis Sabatino, and Lord, I surrendered my life because you gave up yours.